So I'm finally back. I know I've been away for what feels like a year and a month, but I'm now back. So I'm really glad as well that I've taken this time out. I've been able to focus on my job and everything. And now I can come back and I feel like I can recommend some really good beauty products that are both a little bit high end and a little bit drugstore. It's not going to be tons of high-end things whatsoever, but we're just going to kick off straight away. And I'm sorry if I keep looking over here. I am using the iPad filming, so obviously I can see myself and I look like I'm looking straight on, but I'm not. So I'm going to try and focus and look at you guys. So my first favourite I'm just going to grab are liquid eyeliners. I love liquid eyeliners to death. I've actually got 3 of them. 2 are by Ico, and they were actually free samples in Glamour magazine. They were quite a while ago, and one is in black and one's in navy. The black one is this swatch right here, and the navy is there. And I also have one from Primark as well. This is the PS Love felt tip eyeliner, and this is £1.50. When I got the free samples, I think on the front it said they were either worth £22 each or £11 each, so it would be £22 together. I can't remember. I will have a look and I will link it for you guys, but this one is £1.50. And as you can probably see from swatches, I did actually put the same amount of pressure on. This one, which is the Ico, is nowhere near as opaque as this one, which is the Primark one. And obviously £1.50, 11 or £22. That is, well, you could get about 10 of these for the price of one of those, or even 20 of these for the price of one of those. I know that I'm sort of rounding this down to £1, but what I'm trying to get at is, rather than going out and spending between £11 to £22 on one of these, I think I'd rather go and get one from Primark. The formulas are very, very similar. The pen nibs are very, very similar. In fact, I will show you that now. So this one is the Ico. And then this one is the Primark. So it's maybe a fatter nib, but I find that you can get just as much precision, if not more precision, with this one. Next up is a mascara, and it's the Maybelline Colossal Volume Mascara. I love this mascara. It's so, so good. About £6–7. And just look at this one. It is lovely. It's so fat. It makes your lashes so voluminous. In fact, I'm just going to do a quick show for you. Why do we always pull fish faces when we do our mascara? So this is my right eye, obviously, and that's got the mascara on, and then the left eye hasn't got anything, but I'll just do a quick. Did you see how much longer my lashes now look just by putting a quick layer on? That's why I love this mascara. It does add volume, it does add length, and for £6.99 I think it's absolutely brilliant. Also, another mascara that I want to mention is the Bourjois Volume 1 Second Mascara. This is about £9.99, and I just think it's fabulous. It's got such a lovely applicator. This one's more of a plasticky applicator as opposed to the Maybelline one, which is more of a brush. I must admit I like them both, but I find that one adds more length as well as volume, whereas this one's very clumpy, although it's not clumpy. I've just totally contradicted myself there. My point was that it clumps them more together than that one does. That one sort of lifts and separates. Another favourite is a sponge. This one is actually from H&M and cost about £2. What I really love about this, and I'm pretty sure the Beauty Blender's the same, is how flawlessly this puts your foundation on. What I normally do is I also have these as favourites. This is the Miss Sporty So Matte Perfect Stay 14 Hour Foundation. This one is in 002 Light. And I also have the L'Oreal True Match Foundation SPF 17 on recommendation of both Essie Button and Amelia Liana. What I do is put a couple of pumps of this, a little pump of that, blend it together on the back of my hand, very, very quickly with sponge like that. Pick up the product, dab, 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 just to get it on the face, and then I just bounce it into the skin, and it's so flawless. I absolutely love the results that you get from this sponge. I think it is fabulous. Another favourite beauty-wise is the MAC brush cleanser. I've had this quite a little while now, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. I've looked at quite a few different brush cleansers on quite a few different websites by a lot of different brands. I think Clinique does one, Elizabeth Arden, Estee Lauder, and they're all around the £10 to £20 mark. But I think this one is a lot better, and it's only, well, it was only £10 when I bought it last time. And I just find that it gets all the rubbish out of your brushes that you possibly would want. I just think it's absolutely brilliant. And like I said, it's only £10. Just leaning on from the brushes really, I have a brush favourite, and it's from Primark. Now the way that I looked at this was it was £1, but you get 2 brushes in one. So technically that was out 50p a brush. This is called the eyeshadow and concealer brush. Which end was supposed to be what, I really don't know, because as you can see, they're both quite dense and domed. So I guess this is probably your concealer, as you know, when you're putting it on you could get in there rather than this one, which would take a lot longer. But I just use them both for eyeshadow. I think this one is fabulous because it gets right in the old crease. And this one's really good for, again, fluffing in the crease or just packing on colour. Either end, actually. It's really good. For £1, it's really nice and soft. I wouldn't say it's the best brush in the world, but if you're just starting out, they've got a lot of different brushes in there, like these sort of brushes. So the I always use it for eyebrows and eyeliner. Girl. Eyelashes. I always use this end for the eyelashes and this for the eyebrows. They've got some of those. They've got more eyeshadow brushes. They've also got foundation brushes. And I think for £1 you could potentially get yourself your first sort of makeup brush kit for about £10. Probably including a makeup bag as well to keep all your amazing brushes in. So I would definitely recommend looking in Primark. They've got some really good makeup stuff in at the moment, actually, that I'd seriously recommend just going and having a look at. Another beauty product that I'd like to mention is the Charles Worthington Salon at Home Strength and Repair Heat Defence Spray. This smells amazing, and it's about £6. I think it's £5.99 in Boots. However, I always buy them on a bit of a deal. Every so often, although quite regularly, actually, now that I think about it, Boots do a 3 for £12 deal on the Charles Worthington range. So I normally get their Salon at Home mask, this, and another product. The one that I chose within the time that I bought this was the hairspray. The only thing that I find with the hairspray though is that it is that good at hold, you cannot brush it out that easily. If you do not like hairspray that does that, do not go for the Charles Worthington one, as I find it just crisps your hair up and you cannot get it out. However, if you've got hair like mine that flies away very easily, hello, then it's absolutely brilliant. And I probably should have used it today. But this smells amazing, does its job, obviously helps prevent your hair from frazzling under blow dryer heat or straightener heat or curling tong heat. So I think this is brilliant, and also I don't think it's too expensive either. Another beauty product that I would like to mention is the Zara perfume. Now I did pick this up a little while ago and it was in the reduced section, but if you can find any Zara fragrances, because I smelled quite a few, they are stunning and they really aren't that expensive. Then again, Zara aren't that expensive either, and they've got some fantastic clothing items, so definitely check them out. This is their Free Shirt and Must fragrance. Now I actually bought 2 of these. I gave one to my mum and I've got one myself. My mum is an older woman in her 50s and I am in my 20s. What I have found comparing them is on my mum it's very musky, and on myself it's quite floral, very spring-like, very feminine, and the musk is more of an intense smell as you get closer to the person. So for me, a lot of perfumes do this. If they've got musk, they will emit the sort of initial fragrance, so in this case the freesia. So if you're about this distance away from me, you would smell the freesia, but as you get closer you would smell more of the musky scent. I really like how perfumes work like that on myself. But yeah, like I said, this was about $3.99 I think, and it's absolutely brilliant, and it's lasted me forever, and I think it's only an eau de toilette as well. Yeah, and it's lasted me forever because it's not one that I've reached for a lot during the winter. But as we came into spring with the March, then obviously I've reached for it. This is also a favourite. This is the Hints Connect for Her. It's basically a knockoff of Lynx for Her, but it's available in Poundworld, probably in Poundland, 99p stores, everything like that. But in Poundworld, this is normally not £2 for £1. It smells very, very similar to the Lynx for Her. One of my colleagues has the Lynx and I've obviously got the Hints. And a lot of the guys that work in offices around us have said how similar they smell. And also some of them said this one smells better. It's a lot more feminine as opposed to the Lynx one. What I would also say is obviously the Lynx one is probably about £3 to £4. This one is £2 for £1 a lot of the time, and it's absolutely brilliant. Keeps a lot of that sort of stuffiness at bay. One of my last beauty favourites is the In the Buff W7 Natural Nudes Eyeshadow Palette. I was watching Pixie Woo about 2 months ago and they said how similar this was to the Naked 2 palette. Now, my ultimate aim would be to get the Naked 2 palette. However, the Naked 2 palette is £37. When I picked this one up in Asda, it was £5. I'm not sure what colours would suit my skin tone. I think it's the cool tones, which is what this is, as opposed to more warm tones. So I picked this up. The consistency of these things are really, really buttery and very, very pigmented. So what I'm going to quickly do is just pick up this shade, which is Dust. It's a shimmery, coppery colour, and I'm not going to apply a lot of pressure. Look at the colour payoff, guys. It is amazing, and for about £5 I think that it's absolutely lovely. Now I've just quickly blended that on my hand. As you can see, it's kind of a, give me 2 seconds, kind of like a dusting of colour, but if you pack it on it really does look very, very nice, and I think I would rather buy 5 or 6 of these and have to build it up a little bit more than pay £37 at the moment for the Naked 2. The packaging is very, very sturdy. I have dropped this probably a million times, and touch wood, the product inside hasn't broken. Then again, for £5 I would easily replace it. So I definitely recommend looking at W7 products in general, but also if you're looking to try the Naked 2 palette, maybe that would be a good option. Moving on to more non-beauty favourites. I've been loving Maltesers throughout the duration of March. I just happen to have one of these that I've picked up today. These are the Malt Easter Bunnies. They're just absolutely lovely. Maltesers are great anyway. But I just thought I'd give Maltesers a mention because they're lovely, chocolatey, biscuity. Yeah, delicious. Another favourite throughout the duration of March is candles. This candle is obviously brand new, but what I had been burning a lot throughout the duration of March is IKEA's vanilla candle that came in the black candle. Now, I won't say it kicked off a ton of scent, but it kicked off quite a lot, that when somebody walked in the house said, ooh, that smells really good. And this is a very similar formula. Now, whether it's been reformulated into a white wax rather than the black wax, I'm not sure. But this candle is £2, and when you light it, again, a candle about this size kicks off quite a nice bit of scent. Obviously they are just unique to IKEA, but I just think for £2 it's absolutely brilliant. And the smell, oh, if only you had smell-o-vision, because it smells amazing and it's only £2. But the trouble is, I don't live very close to an IKEA, so when I do get to an IKEA, I do like to try and stock up on candles like this. But then obviously I end up spending probably about £20 on candles, which is not very good. Just on that note though, if any of you are looking for cheaper candles, I seriously wouldn't recommend getting them out of Primark. Me and my housemate went shopping for candles because we wanted our house to smell lovely. So we picked up this one. This is Blackcurrant and Orchid, and I think it's about 80p. And when you open the lid, it smells lovely. It smells like it's going to kick off quite a bit of scent, but even in the smallest room in our house, which is the bathroom, it doesn't smell a lot at all. So I wouldn't recommend that one, because personally I just think you'd be wasting your money. Same thing with this. This one I can confirm was £3.50. This is in the sweet pineapple and ginger scent. This was a 3-wick candle, incredibly hard to open, and obviously it would have been full. Now when you open the tin, you instantly get hit by that sweet pineapple scent, and you can hold it over here, so where you guys are, and you can still smell it. You light it and you get nothing. It was the worst £3.50 I have ever spent in Primark. I wouldn't buy them, guys, because they just don't seem to kick off any scent whatsoever. They are lovely to look at, and the tins are very, very handy. Wow. The tins are very, very handy when you finish with them. But apart from that, I really don't think they are worth £3.50. Another favourite is tea pigs. I actually heard about these from another YouTuber called Talk Becky Talk, and she was just saying